Schultz, sun goes down. It's Graham and Nathan on FM 104, and we're speaking about ghosts right now. We're looking for your ghost stories. The number is 087 6797 104. It's because I came across a video that has become viral. A man called Philip Costello, who we're going to be chatting to very shortly, ended up seeing this ghost in a castle in Tipperary. Now have a listen. I'm playing you the recording of the ghost saying, "Help me." It's very quick. Have a listen. Do you hear that?
Help.
Help me. It sounds like producer Neve after painting the town red. Help me. So I'm delighted to be joined by Philip Costello. He is part of the group Paranormal Awakenings Ireland. Now, Philip, you were there on the night. Break it down for me. What actually happened?
Yeah, so we went to a tower house called Lackeen Castle, which is in County Tipperary, and it was originally owned by the Kennedy family, and they're also related to the Kennedys over in America. This building has a history of what would be mythologically known as Puka, to be a resident of the area as well and of the castle. So as part of what we do as a paranormal group, we went down to the area to do an investigation, and we spent a couple of hours down there taking photographs, taking readings, doing videos. We also tried to do a little bit of live on Facebook, kind of what we thought to be a very quiet night until we actually went back and looked back at the footage.
Okay, and what did you see in the footage?
Firstly, we have what is known as an SLS camera with us. It's one of the pieces of equipment that we use. One of the upper levels, it had showed what seemed to be a figure of a person standing in an old stairway.
Oh, God.
Now, normally with the SLS camera, it would come up like a stickman. That was our first bit of evidence that we got. And the second one then, unbeknown to us, PJ was going back through the evidence when he came across of a spirit asking someone to help.
Yeah, I've heard it, Philip, and we played it there. Like, I do hear "help me," and it's quite shocking to hear. Now, Philip, do you get afraid when you encounter these sort of things?
Actually, we get more intrigued, if anything, what it is or who it is that is maybe asking for help or who has chosen to speak to us. Because, again, that's what we're there for, to give a story to the voiceless, let's say, to the past of what would be in these buildings.
Yeah, you don't feel like these spirits want to cause you harm?
Not all the time. In certain locations, there can be spirits that would want to cause you harm. They control things, sometimes.
Wow. Has a spirit ever thrown anything at you?
Absolutely, yeah. We've had stones thrown at us. We've had physical attacks where we'd get aches and pains and like someone had hit you in the back. I've actually had someone hit me on the top of a hat down in Kong when we were doing a location down there as well. So myself and PJ, the founder of Paranormal Awakening Ireland, have had a couple of incidents.
But what do you have to say to anyone listening right now who could be a bit cynical and think, I don't buy it?
It's very easy to say that because the expectation of doing this compared to what you might see on television is a whole different kettle of fish. I mean, when you do these kind of things, the main question that we would get is, have you ever physically seen a ghost? Has anything ever touched you? How do you even know they're there? All this kind of stuff. But I'd say go out and join a paranormal team. Come out with us. Come out with a team in your local area and experience it for yourself. And then make up your mind of what it is and what it isn't. Because I know PJ himself was quite a skeptic at one point, and it's not like on TV. There's not heads turning around. There's not things flying around the place all the time. Most of the time it can be quite long, it's quite cold, quite boring, and it's basically when you go back and look at footage, that's when you get your best evidence. It's like Monopoly. Sometimes you'll get a great night where things are constantly coming at you. Other times it's a quiet night where you think, oh God, what am I even doing out here?
Well, Philip, I've really enjoyed chatting to you today. That is Philip Costello from Paranormal Awakenings Ireland. You have a Facebook group. Are you looking for people to follow you?
Yes, of course. We have a group on Facebook, and again, like I said, when we go out on investigations, we normally try and do it live on Facebook, so the members of the group, the viewers, the people watching can turn around and say, oh, I spotted that or I heard that, and they can place comments and be part of the investigation from their own home. So they can see firsthand that none of this is all hokey pokey and hairy fairy, and they can be a part of the investigation as well.
Fascinating. Well, thanks so much for being on the show, Philip, and be careful of those ghosts throwing stones at you.
Not a bother at all. Thank you very much.
You're a good man.